dodge that one. But Ascent finds a good timing, just swings the ball, and good for 3.
Duelo por parte de Fabi, a ver cómo la maneja, lo tienen controlado, lo detectan, le va a poner una y la va a concretar el Fabi.
Welcome back, everyone, as we get ready for map number 3. Could only end this way as the players are getting geared up, ready to go, talking to one another, and most importantly, enjoying some delicious potassium, which is always
That's the good stuff.
the most important thing of the day.
I think the more important stuff was the notes that Zix was going through. They were getting ready to go for this map 3, a third map that is going to decide everything for these two teams' years.
Yeah. Crazy to think that this could be it for 100 Thieves. After winning the Stage 1 playoffs, the greatest accomplishment for the 100 Thieves org in Valorant since First Strike. And on the cusp of now not making champions. Busio possibly not making it back after winning champions last year. It's crazy.
And the thing is, though, is that part of the reason why they saw, for Crew, saw so much success there was because of what we were getting out of Heat from really just top to bottom. I think, like, everyone in the team was contributing exponentially. But, I mean, like, firstly, the Lev stats, look, we're going to be honest, it was just not a great day. But today, this is the Heat that we saw in the C9 game, for example. That was absolutely shredding.
I mean, this is the Heat that we've seen ever since he joined the roster, right? When MTA took the step back at Stage 1, this team started going on a tear. Heat was the guy to watch, and I think throughout this game on the fade was just carving up 100 Thieves.
This has always been a map as well for me where Heat is a standout factor, as is Shy, who played very well. But no doubt, Heat's addition into this team is one of the critical reasons that Crew have hit this pretty consistent higher level than they've ever been on before. Will be a very impactful element on Ascent, the final map, which will be a tough one for Crew to win. But if they can do it, it's going to be reliant on their heavy firepower players like him to step up.
And it's so impressive just watching. I mean, you saw it in a number of those clips, but the kills Heat is getting isn't just, like one kill every round. It's like spray transfers, good control in very heated moments to get 3, 4Ks pretty consistently. Like, that is really, really good stuff to see out of him, and it's one of the reasons why in all those brawls you're seeing on Lotus, you have a guy like him, you're going to win a lot of your rounds, and that's exactly what Crew did.
Yeah, absolutely. Heading to Ascent here, though, this is 100 Thieves' most dominant map at the moment, bar none. They're 5-1 on the map right now. This year, their one loss, Genji at Shanghai, the tournament winners, right? So they've been massively impressive here. And for more random numbers to throw at you, but in Stage 2 on this map, Cryo's average kills in an Ascent game is 24.3. That's his average amount of kills.
That sounds like a big number.
That's a large number, a very large number, in fact. So in order for Crew to win this game, they are going to have to step up massively. I'm looking at Heat, I'm looking at Kesnet, I'm also looking at MTA, who plays the Sova for them now on Ascent, who's looked rather uncomfortable on that agent since picking it up, a new agent for him competitively. They're going to have to really, dig deep to be able to get this win.
I will say, though, that it doesn't look like 100 Thieves are looking a lot shakier than I was expecting from them, not just necessarily in this loss on that last.
You feel like in both maps?
I felt in the first game especially, like when I was listening in, like they were very hectic in their comms, and it seemed like on Lotus and also on that first map of Icebox, they've gotten into a lot of these late round situations where the coordination just is not there between players, and you've got a lot of different ideas. Like there were a few different rounds there towards the end where it was like Boostio and Bang, the last two players alive, and they're sort of like separating out the timings they're taking the fights. Seemed very, very odd. So that's something they must lock in on here. Yeah, they've got huge winning chances on Ascent, but I need to see them lock in those fundamentals here to make that clean.
Yeah, very interesting situation though, right? Because at the start of this series and what we were talking about, if we had made it to Ascent, we were all ready to just kind of toss, our hats into it and be like, I think 100 Thieves walks away with this one. But after what we saw in the Lotus game, the disjointed plays that we've been getting from 100 Thieves, to your point as well, I do feel like Crew have an opening. But the reality is, it's a small window of opportunity, if we're being real.
For sure. They have an opening, but I think we might be perceiving this in a different way if, for instance, Lotus was first in Icebox was second because I think their Lotus is just so mid. It was destined to. Crew would have had to really had a bad performance, I think.
And it still was 13-11.
Yeah,
right.
But they would have had to have a serious drop from their typical Lotus level, I think, to drop the map to 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
So I'm still going into this expecting 100 Thieves to be the heavy favorite.
I will say the side that's the most interesting for me to watch, and I think the one that will decide this game, is when 100 Thieves are on the defense and Crew are on the attack. Because I think those are both their preferred sides. Like Cryo always getting a round 3 up on defense, absolutely shutting down a lot of the area in mid. But also, on the other hand, the other Jet in Kesnet is always finding openings when he's able to find those either walkouts in towards like market or top mid. Even sometimes he goes like really deep through a tree to find it timing back towards heaven or something like that. So I think that is going to be my big question is, will Crew be able to poke holes and find those windows in the 100 Thieves defense, truly?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the side that they're going to be starting on. And, I mean, look, when we saw this 100 Thieves team go up against Loud, Cryo was like 17-0 on defense.
Yeah, he almost had a perfect game.
Just every angle held, he got a kill with the off. The initiators from Loud in that game were failing at pushing him off. The angles, the setups on attack weren't great for nullifying him. We're going to need to see MTA specifically on that Sova using the drone effectively to push Cryo off these angles. Heat as well, some of those deep flashes, like that is going to be crucial for them starting into this game because it could quickly be a roll for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, it's going to be great to see how this thing shakes out no matter what. If you're a Crew fan, if you're a 100 Thieves fan, you've been treated to an excellent game so far, an excellent series, but it is all coming down to this one final match to determine who locks in the last spot at Champion Seoul. It's all on the line, and this is it. The loser, their season comes to an end. The winner moves on. Let's go ahead and send it one more time for the cast. You got Vancillion Riv with the call.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. And yeah, they set the stage already. I don't think I need to repeat it. It all comes down to this, and it's going to be a pressured moment for both now Crew and 100 Thieves. The thing is, though, I'm going to have to lean back towards that side. What is it going to look like here for Crew? Because I'm looking back at the 2 last results of 100 Thieves. A win against Sentinels where Bang went 458 ACS on the attack. Hey, like he was popping off. But then also, before that, when they played against Loud, they won 12 rounds on a defense. So attack and defense looks really good here for the Thieves. And hopefully Crew Visa has something. They have that tape and it could fight back. And it's going to be the most vanilla comp. But I love this because this gives an opportunity to see really those players pop off like they wanted to see on the desk here.
When you see the map percentage win, that leftmost stat on each one of the lowers, that definitely favors 100 Thieves there a little bit and what they've been doing recently. So yeah, the pressure's on. Is this going to be something that Crew feels comfortable with on attack first? We're going to find out just about right away. And I love the desk point is when that operator comes out, how much does the style of the game change, right? Is it changing from 100 Thieves side, or is Crew going to figure out a way around it? So a lot to see here. Like you said, we get our vanilla comps. We would be expecting nothing that's changed too much on Ascent in 50 years. So this is what we're working with, baby.
To piggyback on that, there's definitely going to be a type of stylistic change when the yacht comes out, because out of recency bias, just looking at 100 Thieves again against Loud, that 12-0 scoreline, where did it find that success? It wasn't on Thanos Bang, it was actually on Cryo Cells, on how he was actually able to move in, get quick kills off the yacht, dash away, and then when it came down to those players that they needed to anchor up, they owned up and gobbled up Loud pretty much.
Yeah.
But Crew, I mean, again, this is because it's such a vanilla comp and that you give a lot of respect to Crew on how good they are at swinging and playing aggressively. They still have great opportunities to trade off the fight and turn it around despite potentially losing a battle against an op in the beginning. I mean, look at how those heroic plays that came out from Shy, from Kesnet, from Heat. Without further ado, it's time for the pistol round, the final map in this series between Thieves and Crew. Crew on the attack side, working the A site. No B side hold though. Turrets watching up top mid, so this is going to be a commitment towards the A side pop.
Instant.
I love that smoke. A drop smoke allowing Crowd to get the pick onto MTA. Bang holding behind here towards the coffins and gets that pick. A second one there onto Shy. And the full commitment gets fully denied. He is now alone at 25. And 100 Thieves are looking very good to secure They're pissed around here in this third map of the series.
It's uncanny. Bang, in my mind, might be one of the best, or not the best, A anchor on Ascent that we see, right? Like you can maybe get B to Trent from G2, but watching Bang anchor A is absolutely absurd every time.
Yeah.
The amount of multi-kills he gets, the amount that he makes an opponent team chase him back and forth, it played it smart. And seeing that, the smoke come in from Kesnet, it was actually teleported in on Melzer too. And they double cloudburst there, or get a cloudburst in rather, but Bang knew exactly what was going on, didn't try to over peek, and waited for the assistance to come in. So that's what they're working against today. Jeez.
That's definitely good variation here to take down that initial push out from Crew. Yeah, they're going to have to rethink this around for Crew definitely on how they could snuff out Bang if they choose to commit towards this A site again.
Yeah.
But when they go towards B, I mean, this is still also EU. Very good with the Sova utility. Very good with an Odin as well. And with Boostio anchoring up with them. Already some wallbang shots, getting some damage, some opportunity, some advantage for the Thieves on the defensive side. It's now Crew realizing that after the smoke came down that they had to fall back, and when it crossed over back towards mid, here's the man of the hour, Cryo with his own Guardian. Looking back down. The sight of that Guardian, but nobody really wants to cross yet.
No shot. What a hit from Kesnet. Like you said, dry peaks there. 100D's not ready for that one, and this is going to be a weapon they should be able to collect.
And that one's my bad, chat. Cast a curse there. Opportunity for Guardian get picked up by Crew.
All right, drop somebody that Sheriff. Let's go. Looks like they'll keep it. They're not even going to worry about... Oh, no, yeah. Okay, yep. Max it out. In the moment. You still have this pressure over from MTA. He's going to have a dart that's going to hit behind the members of 100 Thieves as market hit comes in.
Left.
If they can time it right, they're just waiting for that, and MTA just got his dart.
And also still has a knife to work with, but he doesn't want to use it. He wants to use it more reactively when the hit is coming. And it seems to be towards the B site.
Okay.
Realizing in how their players 100 Thieves, it's a high-low, just playing towards the ledge.
Turret down.
Is going to be EU. Now popping out. There's a swing left and right. The ADS for 2. Lucio only with the ghost towards the back, though. Will he deny the plant? The high-low, beautiful flash.
Oh, my God.
And now there's no...
baby.
Shut onto Heat. What a nice flash that came out from Asuna.
That was disgusting. Honestly, the ranges KO has on this, some of them from spawn over the switch house into sight, a few other ones you can talk about when we see them, but executed perfectly from 100 Thieves there. That was nice from Kesnet, though.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Those are the ones you feel through the monitor at home. And yeah, Boostio, so clean in the back of sight, keeping that anchor down. And they start off with 2 from the defensive side here. So we'll get a quick pause on the clock, so we'll get that and let you know what it is. We get a little tech pause. Vandals out for Crew, as they're gonna not have anything coming online in terms of ultimates just yet, but low armor there. And it is, again, the buy-in Crew, or I'm sorry, Boostio is gonna go ahead and get himself a Guardian here for this bonus since he was alive last time. And then a few other weapons we'll see 100 Thieves bringing in. And we'll let you know what the tech pause is in just a second.
At least for now, with the eco that you had coming out from Crew and how they were working that map, they're realizing that there's not too much like refreshed utility coming out here from the initiators to figure out where the hit could be at the mid-round towards the last second hits. They're being a lot more reactive here for 100 Thieves, as I just mentioned before. So for Crew, when they come back into this game, do they want to start pivoting a little bit more to try to waste out that utility, to give them an opportunity to really default that map in their favor? And then using that firepower that they bring here from the Crew side to potentially make this a close game. But 100 Thieves so far, they're looking like like Ascent rather is still going to be a very strong map for them to play on.
Yeah, I'd love to see Crew as we come out of this tech pause, if they start work in the middle of the map, or at least knowing where that Killjoy utility is, start on it right away. Get more eyeballs from 100 Thieves worried about mid, so you can start to get Cryo moving around the map, or whoever is going to be feeling good and out of their original positions, because Crew on just the swings right now isn't going to pay off every time.
No.
Sheriff shots like that aren't every round. So I'd love to see that from mid, as well as once they open that up, I feel like Kesnet and team are so good at pushing and being behind each other on that, as they still have a pretty good protocol for B main into sight, as we saw from last time.
It's been definitely an intense series so far between these two teams. A first map here of Icebox that went back and forth. That got fairly close, and Lotus that went down to the wire. For both teams to win their own map pick, to push this down to the third map here of Ascent. And for Kesnet, getting a pop like that with a Sheriff at that second round on that eco round that Crew brought in, it definitely, for me, thinks that it brings them a lot of confidence now that they're not afraid to fight out against the mid side. And potentially even not afraid to fight against the op that you were mentioning before here, of how that style could change on the defensive side once 100 Thieves gets the op out in their favor.
And Kesnet is definitely confident enough to do so. If you even look at their last loss they had against G2 on Ascent, it was +8 for Kesnet and 29 and 21. Even in that loss. So you're still going to get a powerhouse out of this guy no matter what. Set him up and you'll be able to find it. And it's if they can stop 100 Thieves here on the bonus. We still haven't seen if 100 Thieves will go in for a full purchase just yet. But I'm sure Boostio has something in mind here that'll stop whatever Crew will start off on their gun round with.
Yeah, definitely if you're looking here on the bonus that's about to come out, there's still a lot of good money for 100 Thieves to go for. You know, like a half shield, Stinger, Spectre, something like that, or maybe even Guardians to try to hold out the defensive side. But if not, still the economy is going to be good enough to have a full gun round in that round number 4. But talking about that situation, that scenario where you want to try to force out that op as soon as possible, will they try to have a little bit more of a tame buy in this third round, or maybe go into a bigger buy here in their bonus? And it's a bigger buy.
A bonus operator again from Cryo. We say that, I feel like a broken record for Cryo on these bonus rounds.
Yeah, and it's not only the op, but it's also the Odin from EU who's holding it now towards that catwalk.
You just don't worry about the money. It's free, right? It's free credits. You just got to do something to get it.
Not going to miss this time, though. Cryo moves down. First blood, 400 Thieves. And you see already the rotate coming back from Crew. A 2-1-2 setup to default to work that map, and realizing that they lost mid control, they lost cat control. It's up to the Hail Mary hit inside this B side. Aldrone to look up first. Fragment being thrown on the defensive side just to hold him back for a bit. And this is going to render things quite difficult. Pop flash with a recon, no pings to allow wallbangs to happen, but somehow Kesnet still gets a kill inside the smoke. Melzer swings down onto Asuna as Boostio's now holding with that Guardian in that bonus round that turned into a gun round that turned into a force buy for 100 Thieves will potentially be converted into an eco round on the next, as Crew's looking pretty good on his post line.
Boom, and do they grab the op? I don't even know if they will. I think Kesnet just wants to keep moving fast and may go on to another member, but I think 100 Thieves was confident in the Odin, confident in the pressure they had. They split the site very horizontal like this, right? So it gave the bottom of the site, if you're looking at the minimap on that line, to the side of Crew, top of the site to 100 Thieves, and Kesnet was able to set up and find the Odin spam. Easy, that just starts to dwindle the site, and you got it after losing that member in B main. So very nicely done by Crew to put the pressure on here coming out of that tech pause. Boom. And they grab it. Bang's gonna keep it safe. Hold it close to the chest.
Silver lining.
All right.
Silver lining here as an op could be salvage for Cryo, and the economy is still pretty okay where they can get these small shields, but it's definitely going to be off the back again of this first blood shut out by Cryo with the operator, using him towards that mid take. But for the rest, it looks so good on how they just smothered inside that site. They got lucky for sure for Crew to get that smoke kill back towards that spawn, and that really opened things up for Crew to move in. Oh, we're attempting it. The push down. Oh, Melzer punishment onto Cryo. Started with a TP on the top to avoid line of sight from mid. Heard the walkout on catwalk, just went for the spray inside that smoke.
Melzer, some of these rounds just absolutely electric when tested. Think of just Icebox at the end of B. really able to clean up a situation when it's put in front of him. Now a rotate back. EU tries to hit the same spot, and he'll go ahead and hold hands with Cryo.
And it has to come down to these risky plays. You're trying to bring the situation back into your favor. Bustio couldn't capitalize onto a headshot as the cross came in from Crew. 4 players now running across. Ascent finding a timing, but he lost his teammate in the process. Still drops this flight. 35 seconds left into the round. And he's just gonna run that clock down for a bit, allowing his opponents to move inside the site and stay stuck within. Beautiful knife being thrown towards the B main, realizing now there's not gonna be any elite lurks coming out. Potentially thinking now all 3 players from Crew are engaged and now stacked inside B.
Little disruption.
Paranoia out. Shy avoids it. That's beautiful in the end for Crew.
Okay, that is the quintessential Crew round. The first 2 kills were dry peeks from Tiles onto Cat, right? Or I think Melzer was top mid, and then we had one from Tiles. Yeah, so up, okay, he does one. Another dry peek towards Tiles, kill towards both. Like, it is no joke when we say Crew just peeks you. You have to be ready for it because it's a pace-setting round right there as they bring another one in their favor. That was very nice.
It was also a good read as well, and a call coming out from Crew, because many rounds we've seen Cryo just set up towards that staircase and look down towards that link. So Cryo thought there was not going to be anybody else moving up towards top mid, so that TP across was just a good read coming out from Melzer to punish that as well. Nice variation, and you could already tell here, look at the different position that you currently have. But yeah, of course, albeit a eco out from 100 Thieves, but they're not adding that same pressure into middle anymore.
And now it's Crew's pressure to mid. They have everybody here, but still lurk towards A. A little touch on EU. Whoa, sliver of health as he limps away.
You're gonna have to be on point with the Sheriff back towards logs. Smoke now being thrown, Paranoia for them to peek out. That's Bustio that does get that backstab. Shock dart, huge damage onto Heat, down to 88. It's a high-low in that area. Also, MTA is there. The lurk from behind, the timing's good, not good enough. It's off. The 2 players fell down towards that B side. Crowd couldn't get the trade-off. And with the door closing, at least Asuna's gonna get 1 pick.
Some unnecessary kills coming in here for sure. Once 100 Thieves creates the chaos. I don't know if Asuna will be able to do that much more damage, but that got real awkward for a second for a Crew getting pinched between both sides. They adapted though, figured out what they needed to do, and hopefully lose no more members as they finalize this round.
That's on you.
That's one. Going back and forth here, playing curse tag.
Hop flash though, an opportunity to pick up a weapon. That hot blinded both players. But MTA was ready for it towards the end.
All right, Crew moving around the map very confident. I think that's one of their biggest advantages right now. With their tiles, they take out mid very easily. They move up from mid very easily. And they're getting these situations in their favor. Albeit a low buy there, they were very confident in their push towards mid. Let's see how they run the map when we have guns on the side of 100 Ds.
Okay, it was a full blind.
Yeah, gonna have that op coming out now for Cryo once again. Same spot too. Gonna try to rinse and repeat with this. Oh my God! Man's having a bad day.
Well, we said it, they're not afraid to fight Vandal against op. What a drive-by by Shy. Pop flash though, Bang drops inside the site. He does have support from 2 other players. Pop flash coming out from Asuna. A 1-for-1 trade though, as we have 3 players this time. Big Paranoia and a recon, and it goes back and forth. A fight inside the smoke. EU closes it out for 100 Thieves.
What's so important about Tree at that moment? Going into sight, it looked like they had so much control. They had already pushed through, but everybody wanted to backpedal. Make sure that Tree was clear when the spike was down over towards Archway. And EU just has a field day as they bunch up. And what an opening shot, too. To lose this round, to lose it like this, too. They got swarmed by EU. Whoop. Thank you very much. Yeah, unfortunate to lose that one. So Kruk start off hot, still fall away on that to bring us back to 3-3 here. Mid control seems to be their priority for the moment as they work Cat and towards that alarm bot again.
Right now for 100 Thieves, there's So many plays that it has to be one player going for sprays and then multi-kills on their side. They can't continue to play with this op trying to peek dry into these lanes because it's getting punished now since they started investing in this operator. Crowd not getting the same value as he did before.
And look what destroying the alarm bot has done. It's taken EU off Cat and moved both members outside of sight. Bang's now trying to creep back in to Jenny, but this rotation just from destroying that alarm bot, it's exactly what Crew wanted, getting 100 Thieves to move.
Getting ready for a pod flash to peek here into the tree. Asuna has a fragment to work with to try to push them back. Should he get any contact? Owl Drone instead's being used, and then the Hunter's Fury coming out on the defensive side. It actually pings onto two. EU continuing to go to work. Arsenal as well to hold that tree. It's all up to one. It's Kesnet against the world. There's that first headshot to Arsenal at least. But it's going to be so difficult for him to take that round back in his hands. 100 Thieves are back in the lead.
So good. EU's positioning puts him at a high advantage to use Sova ultimate from back towards spawn as he's just watching because the alarm bot went down. So he's playing a deeper position to make sure that doesn't have any problems heading into market. And man, did it pay off. Very nice fragment from Asuna as well. That landed perfectly to deny the positioning right in front of the archway. And a huge cleanup from the ultimate from EU. That was just clean protocol from across the map. Stuff you like to see from any team.
Placing swarm grenade.
Operator still up and Bladestorm is ready now.
And 100 Thieves are changing position now, this time putting Asuna towards this left side, anticipating the lockdown to be used by Crew towards B. So get knife, null come in. And even with the knife, it actually did get that ping on to Shy. So they have to reset here for Crew.
Pings all the way back through spawn as they got little A main control. And they're going to use that to fly into the site. I mean, whoever goes switch is going to be worse for wear here on those mollies, but it's been the dash to the right side with Melzer and Kesnet trying to get to that brown box before they head to Dice here. And Bang is actually not on A this time.
Yeah, he was playing towards this B side so he could smoke out the turret. This time around now, the commitment for Crew inside this A site. There's no Bang, but there's at least Boostio for the first kill that round. Traded out by MTA. As a recon dart does get the ping out, there is the lockdown being used. A little bit too late to throw the knife out from Asuna to deny that lockdown to be used. Pop flashes now. It seems as though 100 Thieves want to fight for this. There's a gap towards the top to fight from heaven, and he is just waiting by the dice. But the kills are going in favor of 100 Thieves. All of them in favor of 100 Thieves, as a matter of fact.
And all of them heaven! Just soaring down into the site. That was crazy. It was like a family photo as Crew looked up there to see what they could fight, and they just saw everybody waving at them from the side of 100 Thieves. Not a retake you usually see from a team. It's usually pinching from both sides or getting something going on, but yeah, that works out perfectly fine for 100 Thieves. Really nice job here getting around the lockdown as well. Yeah. They know there was a lot of peeking going on by Crew at those last moments. Nobody knew who was actually watching heaven, so it's like everybody tried to peek their head out for a second and got it torn off. 3 rounds in a row now. Seems to be going back and forth in that form. And just the hit. They might have actually gotten themselves picked up on that. It looks like Kesnet's good, so no, sir. Just the hit onto Melzer. Towards A, still the operator, and a lockdown to be used for the side of 100 Thieves to slow this one down. In one of the first rounds, we really see Crew putting all their eggs in one basket for a site.
There's that paranoia being thrown long range, the updraft to try to dodge it, and he does so. Now swinging out, just got pinged out, but no kills on the op. At least a low reply coming out from Crew allows for them to pick up 2 kills and move inside this A site. A battle across as MTA somehow gives his position by closing the door with the Stinger spray. Easy pick coming out, spike down, wasting down the clock, allowing now 100 Thieves to set up with this lockdown.
There it is.
There's no paranoia, no flashes. Crew can't really fight into the door side of Tree to deny that ult. So they have to play all the way towards Wine. Look at the pinch coming through as well from Asuna. And all they got to do is wait this out. There's that one. There is that. Spray transfer didn't really connect, but at least EU is there.
EU gets it. A nice cleanup over towards the A site. And that was 100 Thieves honestly just putting up that defense where they have to make sure there's no flank and they can easily focus forward onto the site. It doesn't seem like Crew was getting a lot of the lurks to work. So I think Boostio at this point is letting everybody know, fight what you're seeing. We really don't have to wait for the lurk. It's already coming from that person at B or whoever is that rotator watching it. And that's giving them a lot of strength behind each other and anchoring and taking the fights they want to take. Crew Visa timeout now as we get up to round number 10.
In this timeout, once again, important. Coach Adam finding some success the last few times they called these timeouts throughout this series. Keeping the games close, allowing Crew to finish that second map up in their favor. But this time around, trying to figure out here, realizing that 100 Thieves' approach now with this operator has been a lot more passive. They're given a lot of space for Crew to work with, although they are going for full sight hits without really knowing where the players could be really set up here for 100 Thieves. So now with mid being a little bit more open here for Crew to work with, there's an opportunity for them now to default back around and not being as quick on the tempo.
It seemed like mid B has been what actually affects 100 Thieves more, whether or not it works right away for Crew. That's the space they're gaining the most while being the strongest, while having that biggest advantage. Neat little placements for the mollies. We'll see if they can stop anybody on the way into sight here. Backside. What's Cryo doing back there?
Yeah, I'm trying to wonder.
Jumping around.
Is there a ledge that he could jump up there to look down towards mid? He looked at it early, though. He looked at it early, hasn't seen anything. I mean, I'd love to see it, what he was doing out there towards the spawn, but at least has that line of sight towards the back of M3, back into Fridge. And for Crew, they don't know any information either.
Yeah.
They all defaulted towards the spawn, now just grouping up for potentially another Hail Mary.
Maybe just chilling for a market 0 point. Anything that would be thrown and give away his detection or his position, because they want that op to be unknown until it takes a shot. Slowly getting the smoke out. Cryo has position on this, online, ready for the shot.
Dash activated, hit by the paranoia, goes for a lucky shot, and it delivers.
And again,
then on to Heat, back into the site. A beautiful ping out the recon from EU. It's looking to be potentially a flawless. It's not, but a round still comes in. 400 Thieves.
Bye-bye from Cryo on that round. Played it smart, hid the operator from Crew, and it surprised the hell out of him as they tried to get into that B site one after the other. So the Crew have now gone from trying a full A. There you go.
There it is. He was looking for that TP.
Oh, he's looking for Melzer. Exactly. He's like, I want revenge right now. So very cool to see. And also getting that up online so they can use it effectively. It seems like it's been falling to the wayside a few too many times for 100 Thieves, and almost looks like a scary buy sometimes because it'd have to be for the retake, but that was not the case. See if Cryo can make it the same thing here as we move into round 11. Spikes down, so this is, oh, that was the timing they didn't want.
At least this is a perfect 3-2-1 swing. There you go, showing the barrel of that Sheriff first, and then went for the double swing, although Cryo still is able to get that pick. There. Heat inserted up towards Pizza. Double nanos now with not really much to utility. These are going to be popped now that once Cryo gets information or contact towards B main.
It's so neat how they actually get behind the smoke of Melzer towards A there. Mel, like we said, they've been TPing into that, trying to play a little bit of a fake out. As 100 Thieves reset in A, unsure of what Crew is doing. Crew are going to take some big space here. Heat can do so much damage this round. It's up to the team, though. It's up for Crew on the right side of the map to make that noise for Heat.
30 seconds left.
Turret down two to watch inside that smoke so they could try to cross over. All eggs in the basket right now to move inside the A side to at least try to get a plant down. The insert, the late lurk. All right, we got a couple of kills here across the map.
Gets him.
A site's open for a plant. Somehow this could be converted back for Crew. Smoke up and a jump up. Recon, and that might initiate the spray. There's that first and a spray transfer on the other. The thrifty converted by Crew.
When you least expect it.
Last round in the half.
Beautifully encroaching in middle, even losing MTA, they're still able to find a way around this because that positioning, the movement back towards A, and the fact that Crew keeps flexing a little bit of potential towards mid. It seems to pay off with a kill or the positioning that allows easy sight takes for Crew here. Easy read of the map in their macro. The next one's going to be a B hit here. 100 Thieves are kind of focusing the right side. Null command out. The 0-point tries to counter.
They're all suppressed, can't move in right now for Crew. Just waiting for the null command to stop here. Oh, the dashing right in the face of Austin who gets that kill. Cryo once again under heavy attack. Does get the kill! This man is unstoppable when he heats up. Once again, blocks the opportunity of Crew to move inside this B site. You hear the TP out towards A, trying to at least close the gap. Everybody's separated though for Crew. And Melzer is trying to walk in.
And the Spike needs to take the A train to get over here. This is late, but Crew obviously locked down the site with Melzer. Can he stay alive though? Because he still has to kind of put up a fight and give him a reason to not want to enter back into sight. You can see EU and Cryo still very worried. It could be towards the other side, but they send EU a little early here as they know it's A now. 3v4 on this round. 100 Thieves coming back in.
Perfect. Swing out for a trade. It's a wide swing, but still very dangerous for the retake for the Thieves. Cryo has the operator still. No weapons around for an upgrade yet. He's just trying to look at the line of sight down towards the A main until the smoke comes up. Also potentially waiting here for a recon dart if they still have it. If not, the paranoia. And it's the paranoia instead towards Jenny. But Shy is holding it down towards the jump up boxes. Lockdown being initiated out. MTA just waiting around the corner, but misses the timing. Lockdown now broken. MTA traded out with the up. There's that tap on that spike. Cryo's looking to bring it halfway. He has to. There's no time. And Shy is just waiting it out. What the hell? A shot from Cryo, but Shy is not even able to win the round for Crew.
Not shy at all on that one, knowing exactly what he needed to do and calls the bluff. Ooh, that's kind of wild. What a play at the end. I thought it was almost a mistake to throw down the lockdown just in the front of the site. Dip it under hell a little bit more, and then they're forced to really play for it, but it doesn't matter. Semantics in the round, the way they play the last part, even after Cryo starts putting up these round numbers at the end. It comes down to Shy making it a 7-5.
Crew stepping up right now, warming up in the last 2 rounds, bringing it close right now into the second half. There's only one more half in this series to see who will book that 4th spot to champs, and this will resume after the break.
Thieves lead at the half, and it starts in round 6 after they've lost the previous 3 rounds in a row and are coming in at a critical juncture with low money and big ults on the Crew side. They come into this round, and it gets bad immediately. Cryo ends up whiffing this shot, and it puts 100 Thieves into a 4-on-5 almost immediately. And it's even worse because there's only one player on this side of the map. So they call in very fast rotates to try and flood out of heaven as fast as they possibly can. And it works. First of all, Bang drops here. Super risky, and he's flashed, but he survives. And now he can set up for a brilliant flash and a high-low double swing coming out from heaven. And actually, things get really dreadful for MTA here because his entire team is forced back by that flash. He comes out and instantly falls, and it keeps going. Bang has the paranoia to blind up everyone, but hold on, how are they also tagged by a dart right there? Like, that wins them the round, but EU didn't use the dart. That's off cooldown already, but it comes in at a minute. You have to go all the way back to 1 minute and 28 seconds here. That's when he uses the dart. And then you count down 10 seconds later, this dart is landing and is comboed with the paranoia to absolutely ruin Crew. It was a sick play, sets them up with the advantage, and now they only need 6 more to close.
I just love it when Ender talks dirty to me. Great utility combination now, 400 Thieves to convert into those rounds, and hopefully something that they continue to cook up here on the attack side to see if they could close out this series. But Crew, again, just mentioning what happened before the half. They salvaged the last 2 rounds, looking very good in disadvantaged positions. And it wasn't on superstar players like as Kesnet. It was MTA, the rookie, coming in, playing with Shy, and stepping up when it matters. And keeping the dream alive for Crew to potentially get this victory against 100 Thieves.
It's been so quiet. I didn't even think the walls dropped yet. We're just seeing everybody waiting. But no, they have. We're already almost down to a minute in the round. I don't know if anybody's even seen each other.
There's only a knife that did.
Yeah, very patient play just to be able to read the map by that knife so far. And I don't know if Crew are going to like the way they're going, but they have chosen the wrong site here, and 100 Thieves are going to play it slow. But this is kind of what I think plagued 100 Thieves and brought Zix into a first time out, is that in these rounds, they just weren't confident that what they had set up was right, and they kept being timid about it. Let's see if they just collapse on the site here.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Here we go.
Played off the turret just to get the contact towards B main, but then for the rest, they're all rotated out to stack towards A. And I think, if not mistaken, that was the B door that was closed. So it really doesn't give it an opportunity for Crew to rotate back and split back in. So all of them are going to have to flood back towards the spawn. Knife being thrown towards the back of the site on the defensive side, doesn't hit anybody yet. Kesnet with the dash, hit by the paranoia. Dashing away right now as Cryo's holding the site with the rest of his teammates. There's that late lurk coming out from Boostio. Kesnet with the first blood though onto Boosty. Bang with the right clicks. His teammates are falling down. Another one in his favor. Picks up the ghost. It's a 2 versus 3. He's done the last player standing. A Shy flanks him from behind. Crew with the pistol. A chance to tie up the game as they will play their gun round in the anti-eco.
Shy doing such a good job staying alive on that one. We were saying, okay, everybody's rotating off of this. B hit's going to be pretty tough. Shy backs up just enough, is one of the final ones standing on the round as the full retake comes in. Healthy from the side of Crew here. And Kesnet, man, with that Sheriff on pistol is so deadly. And the rest of the team absolutely collapsing right onto 100 Thieves. All right. Next round, you see his scores up there. Asuna fragging out. Melzer on the other side trying to put up some numbers here. Spike's down for a second round 100 Thieves strat. So they're really looking to sell something here, get some orbs, and work the map before they find a site. If the Crew could use this advantage to push up and even gain some of their gain some ground here. Now they have that mid prior and tiles priority. So this is going to make whoever's playing site very happy.
Triple walkout too. Jump spot and clicks coming out from Kesnet are kind of nice.
Last player standing.
Mang once again solo. And great shots coming out from Heat. 3 Bulldog kills, and now we've tied up the game just as expected.
It's a quick Guardian snap coming in from Kesnet there. Guardian's passed off. Operator coming in on that bonus. Whoop, whoop. Cleans up again. All playing together too. Not wanting to get caught by a weird shotgun or shorty here on short. On that low buy round from 100 Thieves. You're gonna get a gear pause. I'm telling you right now. Tech pause coming in. So we're gonna get that in. Hopefully resolve this nice and quick as we're about to get into this bonus round. And it's 7-7. Like, we're on our 3rd map. Champions on the line. And somebody needs to start breaking away here with the momentum.
Yeah. And it seems to be a slight issue on Boosie's side that he's going to try to fix up. Already back in the game, as you could see on his monitor. So we should be able to resume fairly soon. But if not, going into this matchup between these 2 teams on a map like Ascent, in this stage 2, there's been a head-to-head comparison of how good Cryo has been on the side of the Thieves. Averaging here at 1.28 kills per round, while Kesnet is only at 0.76. Although, you're looking at how things have been going so far, for Crew on the defensive half in the first couple of rounds. Kesnet is bringing that number up.
All right, mouse issue is resolved. Back to the clicking. All right. Front play? No, just Molly's being set up. They're going to leave this up to Crew. Kesnet's going to get a peek on forward B here. No turret? Oh, they do have the turret set up. Okay, just couldn't hear it.
It's a glass cannon op as well. Very similar to what Pearl was doing in that on that first half, rather, although again, remember when they were invested quite early into the op on the defensive side for 100 Thieves, Pearl got punished like what, 2 or 3 rounds in a row.
Cat was not where he wanted to be walking for most of those rounds.
Oh, I like this. Look at that. You do have the ping coming out. There you go. It was a bait and switch. Get hit by the Owl Drone, allowing Kesnet to walk back up, get the kill with the operator, and give the first blood and an advantage for Crew.
Just hit Cryo too, or at least it was a shot from before. They're going to keep moving on this. I love the setup that Crew actually did to start too. We saw Molly being thrown by Shy to kind of just alert the Killjoy was there, and they still tried to get the off. They're setting up so many potential situations to get these kills on 100 Thieves as they try to enter the site. And already they've got back into Anchor A as they're trying to put themselves back into a position here for a post plant.
It's a little dangerous though. Yeah, that's it.
Crazy.
They actually moved the spike in that area, and that's a spike down.
I have the spike.
Thankfully though, Bang was able to trade it out, pick up the spike, and now can regroup with the other 2 players who are trying to find openings on these lurks. Off shot miss, very rare shot miss by Kesnet. A second opportunity, but it's a nanostorm that pushes him out. There's only 13 seconds left on the clock. That's a beautiful paranoia, trying to jump across, trying to get the plant. Now with 7 seconds left, it seems for Crew, they don't want to flood in and deny that plant. They want to play the teamwork. They have 1 plant to work with on the side of Heat and a 9th to attempt a retake.
Pings in the back. They actually just cleared a boathouse. They were like, wait a minute, we haven't done this. It could be tricky. It's all on these 4 members now of Crew. Drop into sight.
At least 1 smoke was thrown just before he got hit by the knife. That's 3 players left, but the flash is still available. There is that Bang, but it's way too high. They should be ready for this. It's a 1-for-1. There's Bang and Boosto going to work. Heat is now alone, and Heat finally falls with the rest.
Very well played by 100 Thieves there. What a nice back and forth, and slowing down the map to finally favor themselves. It seems like it's only let Crew get into position in these situations, but Crew does not have the read this time. MTA does not know what Boostio wants here and where the team wants to go throughout these rounds. And we see it on that one. Very, very nicely done. And now they realize they take the op out. They have a little bit less they have to deal with. See where these setups go.
Placing swarm grenade.
Destroy for the quick util outside archway. And ready for it.
Yeah, trying to break that cage of utility. But at least it gives the information right now for the Thieves that they're playing a forward position for Crew. So look at the pivot back for 100 Thieves. Back towards mid-control, a smoke for M3. Owl Drone to clear out the alarm bot, but there's still a watchtower being made here to look down towards a catwalk push from Asuna.
Quick play towards mid. Little ruse towards Cat. They have to clear out A main though. They just heard a teleport towards Wine. It's gonna be big for Melzer and Bang to have this 1v1.
Who's hiding inside that smoke? Paranoia being thrown out though. That nullifies the knife that got information on the side of Crew. Stinger is pretty good so far though. Advantage coming out for Crew. Big paranoia. Heat trying to hold out off angle towards the back of the dice. Asuna could not get more than 1.
Down A.
EU in a 1 versus 3. Jump spot. Swing out, aims towards the air. There's that first and second, and there's still 30 seconds.
Again?
Although the spike is down towards the site, up against Shy. A 1-way smoke being thrown, but it wasn't spotted here by EU. Recon dart available, 20 seconds left. Shy playing out in the open, is just watching that jump up inside the generator. EU's looking up, swings back, the 3K into Red Bull clutch. Will Crew lose here when they have such a huge advantage in terms of players?
So good, and EU is feeling it. As soon as he hit the shot, he raised his hand and just waved to Crew. How you guys doing over there? How you guys doing? Absorbing it from the crowd too, as you just saw on your screen. And I thought that was Mauser cleaning it up, being able to take that fight at A main, get the paranoia, slow down sight. But it just, there it is. There it is, thank you. Be here all weekend. It might even be here for Seoul if they keep playing like this. All right, we are gonna get a timeout coming out of this one. Defuse, well, he's looking at the crowd too. Just another day at the office in these clutch rounds for EU. It's been, his consistency has been incredible recently. Big stuff. And yeah, it forces the hand of Crew to call a timeout here. They can relax, reset, and listen up, and try to get the good defense going down, or at least a read. I think what worked well for them, and I was going to praise Mauser for it, as he should be, is that they had the A main control. They were looking to get B main control with having Kesnet peeking that, having a dart go through, but they never really were able to get it. Mid cat got lost, and it seems to be too much. So keeping mid and keeping A, something, keeping two of the extremities or mid and extremity, I think is a goal right now for Crew. Because if they only have A extremity, they don't have enough read on what Boostio wants to do with the rest of 100 Thieves. So that's what we're looking for. Can Crew keep these extremities on lockdown? At least keep an eye on mid here. Start of the round doesn't matter because nobody's going to be there, but we'll see how they rotate out as we get into round 17. Few ultimates to be used across the map. And they're just waiting for these darts for everything to go down. Look how far 100 Thieves is playing back.
Exactly. On top of that, the economy is not that great for Crew, so they just want to hold off. Just trying to see if they could punish players trying to pick up an orb. Bang finds a TP away as the turret got broken. And also, I think it cancels out the opportunity from Crew to salvage that orb on the A side. And with that, once again, off the turret, it's a pivot towards the B site, realizing that it's probably a soft site for Crew. The rotate is already here for Crew. Null come in now being pulled out. That's a nice gone! Shy though is still up for 2 kills with the Sheriff. It's a 2v2 somehow. Smelzer! Lucio's now alone. His position's given away.
Bomb grenade out.
Camera is up there! The spray transfer trying to get the second into right click! Oh, that should have been around once again for Crew!
That's the point. That should have been a round for Crew. And when it doesn't go your way, you start to wonder. You start to wonder why. Where are the holes? Where are the mistakes? But you have hardly any time to repair them. Boostio takes the advantage on that one. A big boon here. 3-round lead for 100 Thieves as they look to sign their ticket to Seoul.
The silver lining, though, for Crew to keep the fight alive here is that they have a gun round. They did all of this in a thrifty, and have also worked the economy down for 100 Thieves. There's a dash over from Cryo with a flag! What a play coming out for the Thieves to overtake this B site!
So quick, so confident right now. Leveling up round by round here. The second half of Ascent, the third and final map on this series. Boostio plants. 3 members of Crew look like they're going to save here and get themselves some opportunity for next round.
I was just about to mention that not only the silver lining was the damage done by Crew with the lower buy, they also worked down the economy. I mean, look at what 100 Thieves has at that point.
Yeah.
They probably would have had like a half shield, lower buy, an opportunity to come back. But a beautiful play that was done. Another nerdy moment coming out from 100 Thieves that allows Cryo to dash over the shed and get those 2 picks off the Hunter Surrey, off the Flash. And an easy round in the end for 100 Thieves in the post plan.
And this isn't even coming off a timeout. This is ready for the strat, planning it for rounds, and just the call that they wanted to make, right? This isn't a Zix had to get in their ear for anything.
This is a practice one for sure.
Practice 100 Thieves ready to pull that out when necessary. And man, it was fast and clean.
Also delete my
So we have Crew. What can they do to rebuttal now? Because we have to look at from their side, from defense. They're falling behind. They have the lockdown. They have the null command. Let's see this play one more time because it deserves it. I'm not going to talk over it. As I did. And they need to at least have more than just what's in the site to start, right? Almost playing back in the site if they do realize the team is coming. Mauser tries to get that forward position. That's perfect. But now they have to react. They still leave Heat in there by himself. So the null command's going to be able to come out after this. I think this is actually good timing for what Crew can do to stop this.
Just a quick push coming out this time around. There's a late lurk coming out from Cryo as well. You hear the null command out from Arsenal at the same time as Kesnet has no choice but to dash away. Oh, sorry, it's a null coming out by Heat. As Cryo's the one here that's being suppressed towards the tree. Dinked. As he's forced to fall back, and as he does, MTA catches him. This will now force 100 Thieves to push in and fight towards main. There's that swing from Bang at the back of Jenny, but he's low on HP. Smoke to come out, plays inside of it, and they're trying to fight back against the lockdown, placed down by Shy on Crew. No plant coming through yet. They might even fall back and reset and go for a second wave. There's that swing on the other side, though, and MTA gets a third in the round. One more time, it's EU in a clutch situation.
It's crazy. I feel like in parentheses his name is Hiko.
30 seconds left.
Wait, they just smoked it up, so he just pick it up. Will he want to fall back into this? No, he's gonna go look for a timing to fight. Smoke comes out, easy kill for MTA. 4 in the round.
Crazy.
For the newcomer of the roster. In the roster of Crew, rather.
Eyes up. Wild stuff there. Really, really well played. And it was difficult for 100 Thieves to hold on that, trying to stay in so much after post. And Crew doing a great job of being able to swing back even harder. To be honest, with the momentum 100 Thieves had, this round did not see light at the end of the tunnel there for Crew, but they persevere. They have a Hunter's Fury as they come into this next one. And they're going to try to get forward positioning a little bit on tree. Oh, they just run through. Look by Kesnet towards mid. They finally put somebody back online there. And it looks like it's one of the rounds the 100 Thieves are going to try to toy with that utility too and just get a little bit of movement. Man, Crew are doing these fact-finding missions in the beginning of the round. It seems like 100 Thieves stays all the way back. We just had 2 members of Crew in and out of B main, not seeing much, so that, yeah, they can go back to setting up. But I feel like that's benefiting 100 Thieves so much that they're just taking a little bit more time to get here in B main or get to mid. Now they're going to hit.
Recon flash as well, just to make sure that there's nobody towards the switch. There's a Hunter's Fury activated on the defensive side. There's that first ping as one was trying to grab an orb. First blood though for Kesnet, and that's the late lurk. Denied. No split coming through from 100 Thieves. All grouped up now with the last 4 players towards B main. Activation running through towards the lane. Shy's gonna have to hold it back inside the site alone as the rest of his team is still fighting back towards the spawn. The right click denied. Shy gets the pick. And now it's a TP down towards the ground as Asuna gets that pick. To answer right back, the plant comes through. EU holding towards the logs. Knife now. Don't think has spotted him. But the Nano will fragment out, pushes him out. And that's a beautiful spray by MTA. 2 players left alive now for 100 Thieves within this round. Make that only 1. And MTA in the last 2 rounds, that's 7 kills that he's done.
Yeah, he's crushing in these last few rounds. And you know what? When the IGL's getting that many frags, it makes the calls that more confident too when you're getting into the site. And that's exactly what Crew needs right now. Great retaliation. That's such a big pickup from Shy to be able to get the Blade Storm out of the site, especially Cryo out of the site immediately and the swing back in. Look how pumped up Crew is now as they're coming back into it 2 rounds away, and Zix hits the timeout button.
And you're playing in those moments. You just saw that right-click Blade Storm from Cryo that's trying to take down Shy. If you don't have that extra body, if you don't have that extra piece of utility, Crew will take it any day and fight you in those duels, and they're good at those. So there's a little bit of complacency coming out from 100 Thieves in those heavy moments where they're really trying to salvage a round in their favor. They're gonna have to reset that button.
And after 4 straight rounds from 100 Thieves, 2 go in the favor of Crew, and they shatter a bit of the economy here for the side of Thieves. We'll see if they continue to go in for more of a bigger buy. They have a bit of cash, so they can flex into maybe some Bulldogs, but that's if they want to have a lower buy for a next round, right? See if they set themselves up for gun after gun. 5 seconds left in this timeout. Both teams getting a chance to talk to their players. We're only 2 rounds away here, Vans, for 100 Thieves to lock in Seoul. But Crew, they are right on their heels.
They're also 2 rounds away of tying up the game on the side of Crew. And definitely up to their heels. The economy's flowing in favor for Crew in this round.
Yeah.
Look at how much was spent here on this side, how good the loadout is for Crew versus 100 Thieves. You saw hesitation on what we wanted to buy here. Judges, Buckies, but it's going to be Stingers instead. Stingers on the attack, or Stingers in general, though, did work out for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, they did.
Earlier on in the series. As a knife does get information to start off, though. That was a knife thrown by Heat. Pings out 2 players. So they're thinking about this split out from 100 Thieves. Paranoia out, that's Heat, but Kesnet unaffected by anything. 2 easy kills coming out in his favor, and that's 2 key players out of the puzzle. 400 Thieves, that's EU and Cryo down.
Bustio in a scary spot here, trying to rethink a situation, maybe find 1 kill with the door to his back. Kesnet's ready. They double peek this, could be the swing.
Most likely here. Grouping up slowly, especially with Osno with this Stinger only.
Double tag on that knife too.
Oh, it's a solo one instead, but we'll take that fight.
Oh, Asano wants that gun. He's almost crept in there, but you got to be careful. He does have the spike. He can't go too far.
Alarm by now towards the tree. 30 seconds left. I mean, they're watching everything here for Crew.
Yeah, it's complete defensive lockdown here by Crew. It is going to take a miracle for 100 Thieves to get through into the site. Shy's going to push out here. Could be a delivered Vandal.
So interesting. Although it does work out. Shy does get that pick. That's a spike down. Bang, though, getting a dig. That's 3 kills. It's a 1-for-1. MTA versus Bang. Spike picked up. TP'd back towards the A site.
7 seconds.
Will try to stick the plant.
Has to.
Vandal now picked up instead of the Odin for MTA. Shockdart now lands right at the feet of Bang. Down to 15 HP. Bulldog in his hands. There's that shot. Second Shockdart. Cannot dodge it. The radius is good enough for the kill. And Crew will not make the lead of 100 Thieves and cut it down by 1.
MTA just doesn't miss right now. So many rounds because of this guy right here is the reason Crew is still in this series, 1 point away from tying it up. Like we said, the calls were going to be coming in confident after the shots, and so is the utility. Man, Crew has to do something, though, to stave off stuff like that. To stave off 100 Thieves coming up with instant multi-kills as they adapt to the pressure of the situation. One of these times, 100 Thieves is going to get more, and they're going to run away with the round. Crew does not have that opportunity.
These Silvas are working overtime right now.
Yeah, they are.
Both EU and MTA. And potentially the series in itself could see some overtime, as it is now 11-10 for 100 Thieves. You see the cautious play coming out once again on the attack side. The respect given here to Crew. The jump peek and the TP back does see Melzer in the front.
4 towards A. I was wondering if they would bring up that operator again on the side of Crew's defense. And I wonder if 100 Thieves are going to try to run into that. No, they just leave Bang. They just play it for the noise.
Okay, looks like we're going to fall back here and potentially put EU on the Owl Drone to fake the core pickup from Asna over towards the B site. Will this work out in their favor, especially after this Nanoswarm was thrown here by Bustio? The spot has been forfeited. You hear the Owl Drone and you see it on that radar. A TP coming out on top of that to go in the back of the site. It's canceled out. The jig is up.
30 seconds left.
Nobody moves out here for Crew. They still have a stronghold inside the A site, and that's Melzer with the first blood, and they're gonna walk right into a trap. 400 Thieves. EU no choice but to save, and Crew have done it. They're able to tie up this game 11-11.
And check it out, the round that Crew plays almost everybody in sight, they don't throw the smoke that goes here between Jenny and Dicebox. So every angle is open that they need to trade on, that they need to get back in. And I think 100 Thieves was expecting a little bit more cover in the middle of that site. 11-11, Crew bring it back. I say from the brink, it was almost there, but yeah, it was close. 4 rounds in a row for both teams. That's what it's taken here on Ascent to get us to even.
The util's too good. You see the assist coming out from the recon.
Yeah, that's
again. So
clean.
Unsung hero for that round, but definitely a hero in the previous rounds. And you're starting to see here 100 Thieves scrambling to find a way to work this map on their attack side, and also a timeout being called by Zix.
Oh my God, I wonder if we get like the scoreboard with the KDA on the screen right now, because when you see it again, when we get in the game, everybody is fragging. Like, that's how close this is.
All 10.
It's 17 to 13 are the kills on 100 Thieves from top to bottom. 16 to 12 are the kills for Crew on their side. And they're all very close to fragging with each other. This is taking every ounce that the players have for both teams right now to get to Seoul.
The final timeout in regulation in the tiebreaker map of Ascent between 100 Thieves and Crew. Out of this timeout, it is a low buy that you have for 100 Thieves. And they have to potentially find some sort of fast pivot with these stingers.
Yeah.
And Kazin is back with the op. Dangerous moments now for 100 Thieves.
All right. Wall drops. We can see the instant knights are gonna go out. I don't think we get too much action. The Odin's ready for the spam MTA, just a little closer. His turret gets touched. Oh no, he's actually ready for the dart. Interesting. And just follow up with spam. Doesn't have to worry until the turret takes any contact anywho. So they chill, and so does 100 Thieves. Like, this is one of their slowest rounds. And this is what they're looking for. That's even good info for them, right? Boostio's happy to at least see a dart, and they start to move forward knowing that that bit of coverage is a window that's gone now.
The thing is right now is that Shy is staying inside this B site, and you're leaning towards B with 100 Thieves with potentially using this null command to overtake the site, and all that utility is going to be gone.
Yep.
Well, at the mid mark, they're just trying to wait for the next cycle to see what information they could get, because the recon dart from Crew got first contact and got initiation that there's at least one player outside of B main. Second knife now being thrown, avoided by Boostio. And that might be the call. You see them all already running back here towards B main.
Ooh, pop flash over. This is going to be up to Cryo.
30 seconds left.
Still, they give him the space. This is going to get tricky for Shy, though.
No null command.
What the?
It's easy here for Shy. That ledge is not checked. Cryo's able to answer back. Advantage out for Crew still. Plant down for Boostio, but the weapons are still quite strong for Crew for the retake.
That's where they've been so powerful, right?
How do we miss the tag, though? This gives an opportunity for them to save up for a bit. ADS from Cryo. Headshot there onto Melzer. Pop flash, no good timing. An opportunity here for 100 Thieves once again to hold back their defensive line. Cryo at low HP has gotten dropped by Heat. Double hole towards the back of the site. Odin moving through. That's MT again.
You?
And it's EU again. No. That's a 1v1 now. Recon out. Kazin pushing forward. The pavement. Kazin gets the kill. The swing up and the final blow to get Crew at map and series point.
This is the one where they fall. At map point. Shy on his feet. What a kill. Kesnick comes up huge. The operator's ready for the next round. He knows what it means. And now they have 100 Thieves sweating. Crew ready to head to Seoul with one more round. And man, it comes down to EU again. And that's the round he doesn't get. So close. So well played by both teams, both players. Somebody's got to win. And now, 5 in a row for Crew. Can they make it 6, or do we get overtime?
This knife hits something. They might be able to go for a Hunter's Fury right away. There's that
quick.
command, and there's that Hunter's Fury.
Off the gut.
No pings coming out, but at least it gives a chance now for 100 Thieves to go in for a plant. It all comes down to this. For 100 Thieves to try to push us into an overtime, or if not, it's over, and Crew will lock that 4th spot.
You should
Asuna getting ready for the lineup here with the lockdown. There's a Hunter's Fury coming out as well on the defensive side. All of the ults are coming through. First blood out for 100 Thieves. Lockdown now, they're straight on the attack, but everything missed on the defensive side. There's a gap now for Crew to be able to move in. Dropping down, tap on the spike. Lucio got the take. Let's burn through the smoke. This might be it right here. They're sticking onto that spike, trying to spray it across for 100 Thieves. The defuse is good enough to push Crew once again.
Visa, call upon the entire team. The strength that they found from stage 1, dripping that back in, bringing back MTA to have some incredible rounds. Adam with the incredible timeouts, and Crew to sign all the way to Seoul now. Their ticket is locked in.
Can't believe it had to come down to a Hail Mary spray to try to keep the match alive. But what a play for the last few rounds coming out from Crew Visa, from MTA, Aza Silva 2, to knock out 100 Thieves in the playoff run. They mentioned that that squad was especially so uncomfortable in these new worlds. We also saw weeks across where MTA was playing a Cypher. The trips weren't good. They jumped over it and then allowed here Crew to falter to their opponents. But again, another one of these storylines where it comes down to when it matters, when they have to do a lower bracket run, when they have to go through gauntlets. Crew will never fail to deliver and push themselves once again to a champion stage.
This is such a cool game to look at the stats on too, just to see what went into it. Cryo and Kesnet both had 7 first bloods as the duelists here on the map, trying to set their team up for success. But like I said, it took everybody. If you see the scoreboard, there's frags across the board, and it was teamwork that's going to bring Crew to Seoul.
Look at that after these moments, and we mentioned it throughout the series, like the amount of disadvantage or advantage situation that Crew has lost against 100 Thieves. Everything looked into these 1 versus 3s, 2 versus 5s, won by 100 Thieves, and it all comes down to 1v1s, crucial 1v1s, won by MTA, won by Kesnet. And when it mattered the most, those were the rounds that hurt there for 100 Thieves.
And Crew, move on.
That's crazy so far. What can you say here at this point as well? Crew, again, never fails to deliver, but unfortunately here it's also the end of the run for 100 Thieves. They almost made it. At this point, they had such a good run from stage 1, making it here to Shanghai. And then, yes, maybe a slow start going into stage 2, losing to Furia, but was able to turn it around back to move into the playoffs, defeating Sentinels in the gauntlet match, picking up all these points, but unfortunately not enough points as well to secure it through the circuit points.
It does seem like it was that last bit of ounce 100 Thieves had in their last few matches, and Crew able to watch those matches and get the better of them.
Yeah, well, that, without further ado, let's send it down to Elizabeth down at the stage for the Verizon post-match interview.
Well, friends, I don't even know what to say because history continues to be made. Crew is going to VALORANT Champions in Seoul. And that is in large part thanks to you, Meltzer. I walked over, I started bowing to you because you played absolutely out of your mind. Talk to me about the last few rounds of that match. It seems back and forth. Just, I literally have chills talking about it. Just talk to me about that. What happened? What were you feeling?
Estuvimos manteniendo la calma siempre. Creo que en algunos momentos como decaímos, como en el primer mapa, pero nos supimos unir y creo que eso fue la fuerza que nos hizo ganar hoy, que nos mantuvimos como un equipo y eso hizo la diferencia.
We were able to stay calm, and that one was a big POV. We fell a couple times in the map number 1, for example, but we were able to stay calm and play as a team, and that's what allowed us to win today.
And absolutely incredibly deserved. Something I want to ask you is you've been to Champions 2022 and 2023, both years. Now you're going in 2024. What is it with this team that makes it so special?
Yo creo que en este momento estoy con las personas indicadas. Creo que estoy sinceramente con los mejores en cada rol. Creo que Motita ha demostrado ser un jugador muy bueno, que solamente le falta experiencia y ahora la está agarrando. Gracias a él cerramos el mapa. Y creo que podemos dar la sorpresa, creo que estamos los indicados en el momento indicado.
I think it's just we're with the right people. I'm with the right people right now. Everybody with their best roles, and I think Motita, MTA, he was who was able to let us get the 3 rounds in those last couple rounds. So he's a big piece, and he just needs more experience, but he's great.
Now, something I'm just going to let you take the floor. You're keeping the Crew streak alive. You are going to Champions. Anything you would like to say to the people who doubted you, like the entire talent team who said 100 Thieves was going to win?
¿Si quiero decir algo?
Sí.
No, que gracias a todos los que están apoyando siempre, que estuvo bien que confiaran porque lo pudimos lograr y esto todavía no termina acá, sino que quiero que quiero y creo que podemos lograr hacer un buen papel en Champions.
Thank you to everybody supporting, everybody who has been supporting, and everybody who believed, because this ended up turning out to be true. And it's not over yet, because I think we can have a good performance in Seoul.
And what a performance you had today. And I think the crowd is so excited for you to be the crew for sure. Excited for you going to Seoul. Congratulations. And thank you so much. Guys, give it up for Meltzer one more time. I know you've been cheering, but absolutely deserved. Do we have that coach who's going to Seoul too, who's just punched his ticket? It's Adam in the post show.
Wow, wow, wow. Crew does it again. This will be the 4th champions in a row that this team, this Latin American plucky squad that always manages to pull it off, makes their way through. I got Coach Adam here at the desk. We're floored, we're blown away, and most importantly, we're just happy for you guys. Because you could see, like at that moment, not to say the 100 Thieves didn't want it, you know that they wanted it just as much as you guys did, but that moment, after yesterday to today, that is insane, genuinely. From your perspective, walk me through what happened at the end of that Leviathan game. You guys get truthfully, absolutely rinsed, and now you got to figure out how to win this game, how to bring the troops back together to win against 100 Thieves. What happened there, Adam?
Well, yesterday was a really hard day for us.
Yeah.
Usually we try to play to be the wolves in game, not the sheeps.
Yeah, yeah.
And yesterday, for some reason, we weren't able to find that personality.
Did you guys figure it out? Like, did you have a conversation about it, or was it just wasn't working that day?
Yeah, we weren't on our best spot.
Yeah.
And against a rival like Lev, you can do that because they will just destroy you as they did with us.
Yeah.
So it was really hard, but I think that if we lost yesterday, 2-1 in a good game, maybe we wouldn't be able to win today.
Yeah.
Because today the guys were so mad.
They're fired up.
So fired up,
yeah.
Because losing like that yesterday was like a shame.
Yeah.
So embarrassing, so far away from our standards. So they were so mad. So we're going to go there and destroy 100 Thieves and qualify.
Yeah.
And I think that we did.
Yeah.
On that last map, Ascent, that's been such a good map for 100 Thieves this year. And you guys had a great first half on attack. Not a lot of teams have been able to get that many rounds against them, if any at all. And then after that, in that second half, there was that string of rounds where they were making miracles happen. You guys had a 2v1 at the end of the round, and they won it out, and it felt like things were slipping away. What was the environment like in the team in those moments when it was about 11-7, they were in the lead?
Yeah.
How were you able to make the comeback from there?
I think that on Icebox, we had a flashback to how we felt yesterday.
Yeah.
Because we were playing good Icebox, but then
it fell apart at the second half.
Then we fell apart, and I felt how the team was trying to get surrender. And I don't know, on Lotus, the guy just went back in their mind, and they said we're winning this, 100% we're winning this.
Yeah.
And on Ascent, the whole map, from round 1 to round, I don't know, when we won, they were on the same mindset, we're going to win this.
Even when you were down?
Even when we lost the 3-1 against EU.
Yeah, big round.
It was huge, map winning round. I used my last tag pause there, and I just remembered those words to them, hey guys, you said that we're going to win.
Yeah.
And we're going to win. And then we won.
Yeah, unfreaking believable, man. Who was the individual in that moment? Was it a collective of the team, everyone trying to get each other going, or was Melzer, stepping up into that, as the leader? What was the?
I think that everyone got their moments.
Yeah. Okay.
But ones that I am really proud of is MTA.
Yeah.
Because he's the new guy on a different role, having a different match, a difficult match, and he was really pumping his teammates.
And that clutch, that 1v1 clutch with the 2 shock darts.
Yeah. That was huge.
We saw that happen. We're well, I think this is it. If they keep playing like this.
And he was, hey guys, we're going to win this, and he was so calm.
Yeah.
Because usually new guys, or when they're too young, they suffer much of anxiety.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He was calm, like saying, guys, we have advantage, take it easy, just breathe.
Wow.
We're going to do this, and we are going to do this. And in a blink of an eye,
it happened.
It happened.
I was very happy to see him pull off that clutch, have a nice moment at the end of it. It's been a tough season for him, for sure. And I wanted to ask you if you felt like, for a new guy, if you thought maybe you were putting a little bit too much on his plate at times, having to pick up so many new agents that he hadn't played in pro
and in the
matches
time frame,
before.
let's not forget that too.
Yeah, if you felt at times like maybe this was a little bit too much for a new guy, and then also just kind of speaking to, I'm curious about his growth in the team since then and what you've noticed, the positives that he's bringing.
It was a crazy decision to do it, especially because he used to be duelist. He was one-trick duelist, play no experience on anything. We bring him to crew. We start teaching them how to play flashes. Then he got injured.
Yeah.
He needs to go out. It comes. He goes to the bench and he started practicing smokes.
Yeah.
Because by that time Melzer was having a rough time. So our emergency plan was to make the switch. But then Melzer came back. So things go hard. We need to take out Klaus.
Yeah.
MTA comes in. And when I spoke with him, it was random. I say, hey, come to my desk. And I tell him, you're going to play. You're going to play instead of Klaus, and you're going to play his exact roles.
Yeah.
And I tell you this because I trust you, because I see his evolution when he came in and he started learning flashes.
Yeah.
He had a really, really hard time getting prepped for kickoff.
Yeah.
Really, really hard, but when he came to the stage, he was a really, really good version. He learned so much. He was always the first one in the office.
Yeah.
Like he was just trying so hard. And in that moment when he needed to take out Klaus, I said, if there is a man for this job, it's MTA. And I told him, this is crazy. This is the huge challenge with no timing, with no anything. But I'm sure that you are able to do it. And I told him, I don't need you to be the best now. I need you to be ready for playoffs.
Wow.
And he did it. He actually, 100% he did it.
He did it. Well, look at this. Your wild and quite frankly absurd but amazing decision led to this right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket and where we are, because Leviathan have punched their Crew. No thanks to Leviathan. Crew have punched their ticket and will be getting potentially some sweet revenge against Leviathan tomorrow. They will be moving on in this bracket. And I mean, Coach, that right there, what you just told us, that story, MTA being first one in the office, last one out, all that right there is exactly what you want to hear, man. And I'm excited to see what you guys could do tomorrow as you take on Leviathan yet again. It's going to be a tough one, though. I know you're maybe not looking forward to it, what happened last time. Or are you? Is this going to be, is Crew going to try and ride this momentum here?
Yeah, I think the guys are still furious with what happened with Lev.
Yeah, I mean, if they were pissed at 100 Thieves, they must be really mad at Lev.
I'm pretty sure that more than getting to grand finals,
Yeah.
tomorrow will be a day of redemption, of saying to the world what we did the last day was a slip, a rock in the road.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the guys will want to take some revenge for tomorrow.
Hey, well, listen, man, Leviathan's going to be equally as angry, too, after losing today, so I'm expecting some fireworks in that one. Yeah. But, Coach, I just want to thank you for stopping by, brother.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me.
Hey, always, man. You're always welcome here. Congratulations to you, to the Crew organization, and most importantly to those players for working so hard and qualifying for Champions in Korea. You're going to Korea, man. That's crazy.
I'm still processing it.
Yeah, you and the boys taking a trip over to South Korea. It's going to be absolutely incredible. But for us, that's going to do it for today's show. You can see all the qualified teams locked up, ready to go for Champions Seoul. But we still have to crown our America's champions. And don't get it twisted. We got 2 more days left to play here, folks. So it's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss it. Join us here tomorrow for a BO5 between Crew and Leviathan. And then we see G2 on Sunday, where we will crown our America's champion. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace. This was the matchup that we were all eagerly anticipating. These two teams are hitting a growth spurt at the best possible time.
Everyone stop what you're doing because we're about to see some elite Valorant.
Has to be dodged and avoided as well. It's off angle, spraying them down, expecting that re-peek. And active into it. The fight to Aiken towards the back as well. That's a reckoning offloaded, but again the timing. It's picture perfect. Shock darts forwards, flying Util into the hands as a punishment. There and away and around still with that damage. He cannot be getting away with his G2. Not again.
Nice.
A Thrifty to close it all out. Ridiculous. Out wide and open, in through the showers, fighting in a slip in around Mazzino from behind. Barely there, and still lands it. Everybody topples. They have to explode out into this one and try and take these fights. Brute force on display, but King locking it down, and that's overwhelming. It's a Mosh into the corner. Showstopper flashed up as well. Lev, Pav has been paved up into the site, but they're not accounting for this Octagon. Flash is perfect. Jonah B! The Professor in action, man. He schooled them. 13-6, a 2-0 finish. They look like they're on a warpath to take Americas by storm.
One spot left for grabs in Champions Seoul, and it's going to be one of these two teams to nab it.
I thought Crew were the underdogs, but they've got the sixth man. They're bringing out the Gator today to take down other teams.
Kesset's now spotted. Boostillo gets the headshot onto him. Swings on a second, 19 HP left, but that's Sky from behind for the execution. EU tucked in the corner. Melzer moves up! And all spread out. 100 Thieves getting ready for these trades. It's looking pretty good, though, to start for Crew, but then Asna sweeps up the last 2 kills. Lots of bodies out on that side, and that's Cryer, though. Outlaw going to work. Now with the Blade Storm right on to Kesset, not given a chance now. 100 Thieves clean in this last round as he defeat Crew on the first map of Icebox. Lots of contacts coming through on the post plan. It's going back and forth, lit up like a Christmas light, and only Cryer and Melzer. Inside the smoke, knife is up, Krau's waiting for Melzer. And there's a swing out the door. That's a spike down and a beautiful setup by Crew. And Bucio's now alone in the back one. And that, because of that, he still gets 2 kills. And even the third one somehow. Crew will be able to push this onto Ascent. Big paranoia and a recon, and it goes back and forth. A fight inside the smoke. EU. Triple walkout too. Jump spot, and the flicks coming out from Kesset are kind of nice. And great shots coming out from Heat. And go for a second wave. There's a swing on the other side though. Easy kill for MTA. 4 in the round. Nobody moves out here for Crew. They still have a stronghold inside the A site, and that's Melzer with the first blood. And they're gonna walk right into a trap. 400 Thieves. The defuse is good enough to push Crew once again to another champion stage.